Welcome back, Patriots. We are back on Liberty or Death as the American Continentals. This is the classic Super Nintendo game from 30 years ago, and we have entered January 1st, 1776. So we are the Americans on the hard difficulty level. Remember, the house rules are I can't call in a joint attack from the Navy, only one imprisonment of an enemy officer per battle, and it has to be the first one offered up. I can't save it to get to a colonel or major or captain. And I also can only put one artillery that has cannon into a battle at a time as well to try to make it a little bit more difficult. Now, things have been going well for us, though, where we've got our line here. Although they have Philadelphia, we did win a big one in Monmouth. We also defended in Wyoming, so we're going to hopefully try to kick the British out of New Jersey and Philadelphia this episode if we can. Try to hold off against any potential onslaught that might be coming in the north. And in the south, things are looking good because we have locked down North Carolina, and we have Francis Marion working his way up to see if he can take out Roanoke, while General Lawrence, or Colonel Lawrence, is going to be going up through North Carolina recruiting as he goes, so we can maybe lock in some of these people to help us have the men that we need to then launch attacks in the south. So with that being said, let's jump in and see what we have going for us. This is a spot where we're at here with Nathaniel Hale. His job right now is to get Boston support up because, as we know, at the last congressional hearing, we had ourselves our first vote of confidence. Now, we went through it pretty easy, but I don't like having any of those because they could at any point turn on us, and that's always a little bit scary, a little bit frightening. So let's make sure we get these guys up to their best, and then they're ready to defend anywhere that might come. We need to get a little bit more for me to go. I think Ticonderoga is going to have to be the first one we take because that keeps our line still somewhat compact. But to do that, we're going to need to get more people over there. So let's go ahead and do a parade. We don't need to train twice, I don't think. And then with these heavy hitters in reputation, we can maybe get quite a bit of support, which is what we need to not just get money, but to make sure the Congress is on our side. So that's a good one overall for us. Now in Albany, we have Daniel Morgan. And Daniel Morgan is doing quite well over here as well. We do have some losses that we have to take into effect. Not many, but we also haven't been able to get their arms up. Like Schuyler does not have the weapons that he needs, and we didn't get much money last time for the regiments. And until we lock down New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, we're not going to get a ton of money until we can get those things. All right, so now is a good time as any... Oh, yes, and then we have Artemus Ward, who needs some food, it looks like. Let's take a look. This is another one of our main ones that we have holding the line. We've got Ward ready to go, Putnam, Cadwallader, Varnum, Burr. All of these are ready to go, and Varnum is not too shabby. So it's good to have him up there. And this is another force that I don't see them dislodging, not without helping. So we can focus our attention on the central and the south, and then move up north, which is actually better because there's a lot more regiments you can recruit in the north. So I would rather do that. Man, it's expensive here. We're going to send food here instead from Boston and elsewhere. Okay, now it is time to jump ahead and get to our next battle. Well, we have a fight on our hands already in January 1776. Ticonderoga is attacking Albany. Now, this is one I'm worried about because Carleton and Clinton and all those guys are up here hanging around. So we got to be careful as far as this goes. We're going to send Knox and Ewing and all these guys in there. Ewing is just going to be cannon fodder. But the rest, I mean, that's what they're for, to help hold the line. And then our other one we can maybe send from, we can actually send from one other one. Let's take a look at White Plains. Now, Knox is already coming over, so we can't send Willett. Yeah, we could send all of these. And these three would be solid as well. I want to hold this. I do not want to give up Albany. We are pushing them down in the central. Nathaniel Greene's working his way over that way. We're going to get new regiments in the central this time as requested. Oh my, we may not have a choice. 4,700. Yikes. Pringle's not going to be a threat. Wait, which side's it? Okay, these are all the supporting ones. Joseph Brandt. Von Kraft. Oh man, these are... Andre's not trained. I mean, none of them are trained. Pidgeot is. Futter is not. Right to sell. Rawl. Fermoy. Okay, so none of these guys are trained. That's the good news. The bad news is Schuyler is also not in the best of shape. Alexander can fight. I'm trying to think of what might be the best place to set these up. And I honestly think it's going to be down here. We set up 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to do that. We got Washington's cavalry. We got Knox set up here. Ewing, we're not going to need you. Ooh, this is going to be... So with my main force, I'm going to go after their main force. With the reinforcements, we'll try to hit their reinforcements and see what we can do here and if we can sufficiently take them out. Morgan, we've seen what he can do. So we are going to start with ambushes with him. We're going to leave William Alexander back here. Schuyler is not fit for fighting. Arnold, do they have boats? They do not have boats. So with the help of Lafayette and those guys, we can knock these guys out. So we're going to send him over. We're going to leave Schuyler here. He's going to get beat up, but that's okay. Meigs will also be going this way. We got our guys down here coming from White Plains. They are all going to be able to do quite well because we're trained. We can get William Washington up here to wreak havoc on everybody. John Thomas is... yeah, he's really good. We are not going to attack Pringle because of those weapons that he has and because we can blast him with Henry Knox. I mean, look at this 100 training. This is what you've been ready for, sir. They're lucky I'm not bringing Willett to the fight. If we can get them to keep moving and we can dislodge them and get Tillman into the fight as well, we'll be in very good shape. The guerrilla forces worry me because of nighttime. And the cavalry worries me because any charges are always dangerous. Here they come at us. Ooh, that was better than I expected, honestly. So Knox, pound away. Thomas is going to defend. They are on a hill, which gives them a defensive bonus. We could move Alexander out, but I don't think that's wise. And I'm afraid if I move Washington into the river, they move him and then they move in Pidgeot, who's going to be very dangerous. Ugh. This is risky. But all we need to do is defeat these guys over here. And we've got 5 against their 5. If we do this. And we can put Morgan back over that way too. So it's definitely one we have a shot at. I could always make Washington run over that way. Get him over there to fight as well. But I think he's going to be needed over here instead. So we're going to hold off. All right, who's going to come up and get ambushed by Morgan? That's the question. And it is Pidgeot. That is good news. We want it to be him because we need him to get hit the hardest. Oh, they didn't attack. Interesting. And Thomas now has the numbers very much in his favor. So we can attack with him as well after Knox does another softening up. Try to break through here so we can get Knox into the fight by the next day, and we can get Tillman in there as well. So we are going to pull Morgan back. Wait, how much does he have? He has 9, so we could do a double there. We're going to pull him back here. Let Alexander get a shot off. See if we can weaken him before nightfall hits. Oh, that is not good. That did not go. Oh, he's got 100 arms. That's a big reason why. Four. And then we could charge into that. Who's coming up here? John Andre. So well equipped. Do we put Megs up there? I don't know. We're going to hold off on that for now. We might just try to get Arnold over. If we can meet them here and keep them off of the hills, we don't need Megs over there. William Washington, we could bring him out to do a charge already, but then he's stuck. Then he's over here, and Pidgeot can take a shot at him. All right, we're going to hold off. We're going to see what happens at nighttime. This has me a little worried for Alexander, though. Joseph Brant is going to be a tough one. And he was pretty successful in real life as well, Brant was. Oh, no, that is not good at all. That's good, though. He should retreat very soon. Oh, goodness. All right. He's got 189. All right, we'll make sure this guy leaves. That'll free us up for the next one. He's going to retreat. Again, I can't, and he can't charge from a fort. Poor Alexander, he's kind of stuck in no man's land. I do think we can, they don't have the movement abilities, so we're going to be able to meet them before they get to that hill, and we can just pick them off fairly easily, I believe. Or we might even move Arnold, depending. We could move him down below the river and make them come across the shallows at him. Okay, here's Pidgeot again, getting ambushed at night. That is fantastic. Oh, that is not okay. We don't want that. Oh, but it worked out just fine. Now this one is worried, but now we can charge this guy with Washington. Brant's the one that worries me the most. He's got all those weapons. He's tactically skilled, and he's causing us all sorts of trouble. But now we can get Knox into play, and that's going to tilt the battle in our favor. So let's get Thomas circling around. And we get Tillman into this battle as well. All should work well for us. I think. I hope. Let's see. Do they have anybody in the fort? They do not. So let's last a nice charge. He's in the shallows. That should be devastating. And it is. To John Andre, who's well armed. Who do they have here? Johnson. We're going to move Morgan back again. We're going to keep Megs there. Keep moving Arnold over. Yeah, if we can catch them in the shallows, that would be really, really good for us. Better than us going into the shallows. So if we can get Arnold across, we'll have to see at daybreak where they're at. Unfortunately, we have one more turn at night, which means Brant gets to do even more damage. And we can't get Knox fully into play, but we get an ambush here on Johnson. Alexander's going to need to be reformed when he gets a chance. Man, he's taking a beating. We can get Megs into play here. We'll be okay. Okay. Oh no, there he is. Von Donop. Not what I wanted to see. Let's launch an attack with Lafayette. Needed to be on the... Oh, yep. That's not good. We need to be on the hills. He's going to hit Arnold next. All right. We're going to be able to cripple Johnson here. Oh, 51-1. Beautifully done. Megs can finish him off. 25-13. Okay, he's good. Washington gets to do another charge on Andre here. Gravely injured, so he is going to be less effective, and then he can't train or anything after he gets out of this battle. Oh, who do they have here? Von Kraft. He's no match for Thomas. As I said. But they are thinning us out a little bit here too. So we are going to have to rebuild this spot, and we don't have the money to do it unless they brought us a lot. And Von Donop's able to move up in the hills, and now they just caught us where we wanted them to be. Oh, that did not work out at all. All right. Well, we captured one. No, William Alexander's gravely injured, and that in turn really cripples us. And Washington's out there. He's so good. They did not attack with Johnson, interestingly enough. Morgan might bait Pidgeot to move back. We've got to get Alexander out of here now. That was a disaster. Let's try charging him again. He's done. It is at daybreak, so we can take a shot at Joseph Brant, maybe. Better than doing it at night. Meggs was able to get the upper hand. We're going to move Schuyler out here. He doesn't have the weapons, but Andre's gravely wounded, and we got the flanking fire, so yeah. We get to move Thomas down here. We are not going to attack the fort, though, because we've got Knox. So there's no reason to do that. And that one is working just fine. Tillman's going to be getting around into the fight soon. And now we got to figure out what the heck we're doing here. I've totally botched this. Really, really poorly. All right. Pull back. I'm sorry, Arnold. We're going to get you to that fort, though. And hopefully we'll be able to hide you. Oh, that's not good. That one's not as bad. Von Donop's the only one they really have over there. And Futter. Futter could always do something. Andre gets away. But Brant does not. I really hope he's our first one on the board. Or Pidgeot. All right. William Washington has done his job. We'll have him fall back. 25 there. Let's get Washington back one. Tillman can circle around. And then we move... Oh, yeah. Ewing is worthless. All right. Lafayette, hit him in the shallows. Okay, good deal. We will wait and see what Pidgeot does. I want him to come around after Morgan. All right, see, in the shallows, we're going to be able to hold him off. That's going to make him weaker. We can move Arnold, pull him back to the fort. And at this point, I really want to weaken the rest of their reinforcements. And he's coming after Morgan. Excellent. That is excellent news. All right, Alexander's taking a beating. But now we've got an ambush from Washington. Beautiful. We're going to get Thomas over this way to go after Pidgeot. Meggs and Morgan can also hit him. It's going to be nighttime next time, so we'll let Morgan get a shot at him. Blast away here, continue to weaken him. Von Kraft is in trouble. He's down to 100. He should retreat. So we've decimated their reinforcements. Now we just have to destroy the rest of this group. And we get von Steuben up there. There we go. We will double team them. Lafayette may have to retreat at some point. Beautiful. Morgan and William Washington, we can get them over to help out. It's the thing oh, good. He's attacking Arnold because Arnold's the one he needs to defeat. That helped us. I did not want him to do a charge. And Pidgeot gets away. Von Kraft, yay. Don't need him. But now Mr. Daniel Morgan can get over there. And we can get William Washington, as well as John Thomas and Henry Knox. Those are the ones we want to get over there to fight. Knox especially. We're going to continue on the infantry because Arnold, I think, can handle the cavalry just fine by himself. Von Donop, their strongest one, is about to retreat. Let's go ahead and get Arnold to take a shot here. He's got von Steuben helping out. Not as good. We're going to just defend. And we get Von Donop. That's a good capture. If he's our top one that we get a shot at, then I'm not too upset about that. I think they have, what, 2 more infantry units up there? Maneuvering these is going to be tricky, because I'd rather get Lee up here. Ah! Rahl. He was the one in charge at Trenton, I believe. In real life. Washington's big victory on Christmas. There we go. We're going to just let Futter continue to fiddle around and get himself beat. Knox, sir, we need you in there. And Thomas to be his shield. Got to get Lafayette out of that mess. Rahl's going to hurt him. Yep. All right. He's almost gone. Let's see if we can bait Rahl into moving up here. Lee, pour it on him. He should be gone after this one. I don't know that we need William Washington. We're actually going to let him stay back. I don't think he's going to be of any real use to us. Captured another one. Matty's Fermoy. That's not a bad capture either. Oh, poor Lafayette. Oh, well done, Mr. Lee. Let's get him out of here. Morgan is your guard, sir. Morgan is your guard. Who is this guy? Radisal. Not doing as well as I thought he would. The fact that they don't train up their troops helps a lot, but because Pidgeot showed what he could do, but he kept going after Morgan and getting ambushed, which was the worst move they could have made. But I'm glad they made it. And now we've got Mr. Radisal right in the middle of Lee and von Steuben. That's going to be a disaster for them. Let's see if Rahl comes up after Morgan. He does. Unfortunately, it's not at night. That would be even more devastating. 131-3. Wow. All right. Mr. Futter gets away. Continue to pull him back. Is Morgan able? He can. So we're going to move him back here to get another one at night. This turn should see the end of Mr. Radisal. Let's go ahead and finish him off as much as we can. Can we get 48? I don't think we can. Got close. Him and his 14 men. Rahl withdraw. That was smart. Okay, so they got a lot of them withdrawn, which I kind of prefer that because they're going to have to use a lot of money to rebuild those. They're going to take a lot of time to rebuild those, so that's okay for us. It's better than them coming back full. Von Donop. We are not going to release him. We're going to imprison him, which means he was our first offer. So we've got to get Fermoy. We got to let him go. He's a good one. And John Johnson, we've got to let go. Going to get some money added in. Joseph Brandt. Oh, we need to find him and have the money to bribe. He's 41 loyalty. We could win him over. Von Kraft is another one. And because of his discipline, if he were trained, he wouldn't be horrible, especially against other British forces. Okay, they're offering us a big bonus if we retake Philadelphia in 2 months. We might have to go do that sooner rather than later. So here's Ethan Allen sitting here by himself in Fort Stanwix, but we know Ticonderoga just got severely weakened. We've got Montgomery over here that we could move him back to Fort Stanwix, or we move him down into Wyoming to help down here. We also have Willett. We're going to send Montgomery. Reason why we're sending him is because we already have Kosciuszko down there. He can use his cannon. And I'd rather have Montgomery in the fight if we can get him there. Everything else in the north, we're not going to do much other than reform at Albany. So now's a good time to once again jump ahead into our next big engagement or event. Okay, Mr. Conway is back offering his services. We did not have the ability to launch an attack yet. And Mr. Conway, you go away. So there was a Conway cabal in real life where Conway was part of a group trying to place, I believe, Charles Lee in charge. And it failed. But, oh, we get our new regiments in the central. Oh, we get a new militia regiment in there as well. Oh, it's one of ours. Okay, so we got Foreman, he's not bad. Stewart's not any good, but he's under control of a militia unit. Pulaski's very good, so we just have to get those guys trained up a little bit. Loyalty-wise, they're all okay, but they will be of service to us in helping to push the central and southern parts back. We need to maintain our control in the north. I really want to launch... I was just going to say, I really want to launch an attack up here in the north. Mr. Ward, who can go is the question. No, we're not just sending Varnum out there. So that is not the case. And he doesn't have enough food. We're going to send some from Boston this turn. But in the north, it's just about rebuilding at the moment. We have to reform some groups in Albany. Morgan was not able to send any on reforming, so we weren't able to do that. So we're just going to sit here and rebuild and then launch an attack on Philadelphia in February here of 1776. So let's jump ahead to that moment, unless the British try something of their own. Okay, we are going to launch an assault at Philadelphia and hope for the best here with Monmouth. And we're going to get reinforcements from Wyoming. And we are going to bring with us Thompson and... Ooh. Maybe we bring Knowlton and leave Thompson? He's got the boat. You never know. So we will take Thompson and Glover. We'll leave Knowlton behind. We're going to get a lot of reinforcement help. And I'm going to take almost all the money with me. At some point, we're going to need to build a new cannon for DeKalb, who's up there in White Plains. But I just moved Foreman up there so DeKalb and Green or somebody can come down with them. So let's see, who are we going to send out? Montgomery, von Steuben, Pulaski's already there. Kosciuszko is a must. St. Clair's been beat up a little bit. His training's really good. It's better than Lee's. Oh, we can send all of those. Okay, there we go. That is a formidable reinforcement group that we're sending in. And we already butchered a lot the British in the central. So I'm hoping, yeah, they're not sending any reinforcements. So this should be rather straightforward. Unless something weird is going on here. I think we're going to retake it and get that bonus back. And then maybe still be able to take New Jersey. Which would be fantastic. And continue to use this force to march down into the south. Oh, wow. Poor Van Buskirk. What is he? What line? Is he Maryland? He's New Jersey. He is horrible as well. Kosciuszko is going to be able to blast him out of that. I would not be surprised to see him retreat right off the bat. So rather than moving all of these men, let's just move a few that we can at least get closer to try to capture. Will he retreat? He is not retreating yet for some reason. We will be able to move men around and see if we can't encircle him some. We'll get Montgomery up there. He's going to be eager to fight. We're going to have Montgomery and Thompson, Pulaski and Kosciuszko all in the same group here. We are going to have to build another artillery one and get it to DeKalb somehow. Nathaniel Green, I was going to move him south and into the central here. Still might do that because I feel like with Green and Thompson and Montgomery, that's a force that can just, and then they'll meet up with Marion down south. That's a force that can just run the table on the south and then work their way back up to the north. But at the same time, they don't have their best officers in the south. Outside of Prevost, their best officers are in the north. But if we can keep them bottled up in the north and we get more reinforcements up there, we can always, I think we'll be okay with what we have. We'll just have to wait and see here. We are not going to do anything foolish and get our men killed when we don't need to. Kosciuszko's going to be moving up, getting on the hillside. This is going to be a systematic bombardment. Make sure we don't lose anybody that we don't need to lose. Get ourselves into position to surround them, and then we can we can finish them off with a nice uniformed attack. So we'll continue to blast here. I want to get one more before we move any of our men into position. We might move in at night, take some shots, but I'd rather do one more day of bombardments. Weaken him as much as possible. We don't want any unnecessary losses that will slow us down from then taking New Jersey, because we can lock down a state in New Jersey and maybe disperse some of these forces to occupy Pennsylvania. That is a big boost to support in Congress, and it's a big boost to our income. And we were able to capture him as is. Now, since we are on the verge of capturing New Jersey, and he's not any good anyways, we are releasing him to get that money. We will gladly release you. Man, he is so bad. And we've recaptured Philadelphia, which is also going to get us a bonus, which is good because we've been recruiting some new officers. And we saw we barely had enough to pay them last time. Without Massachusetts or New York, we are severely hampered on our funds. Okay, we get that special bonus. That will help offset. And Duportail, yes, another fantastic officer who is an artilleryman, but his loyalty is 30. As soon as he gets here, you have to furlough him so they don't bribe him and flip him to the other side. We get a new regiment in the south coming in, another militia regiment. That is Lillington. His loyalty's not very good either, so Lawrence is going to just continue to march up the coast, recruiting as he goes. We do have the forces with Marion and Lawrence down there to probably not need all of our best. George Rogers Clark is being furloughed at the moment. We're trying to get him, but Woodford here is already up to 88. We should be able to get him, and we did. So that's good news. He's a fantastic officer. We can't battle with Marion yet because if we do, Clark he'll be in charge, and we don't want to do that, and his furlough goes away, so we don't want to waste that. But I think we're in a good position here. In the South, we've got solid officers. We've done quite a bit of recruiting. We're continuing to do furloughs in here. Lawrence is able to drill this time for once, get his men a little bit stronger. Caswell is still needing at least one more turn before we can recruit and try to win him over. And then Lawrence can march on up the coast to try to get more men to our side so we can then start to just make sure we can occupy all these places. Now, speaking of occupying, we are going to move someone over here to Venango. We've got to get... I think we're going to move Wayne if he's able to. Or St. Clair, I don't know. I guess St. Clair. Not going to send any money. Wow, we have quite a bit of money there, don't we? Can anybody build a cannon? We can. So let's build that cannon. We're going to let Montgomery do so, and we're going to let him keep the cannon. That one can go to DeKalb. We're actually going to move him over here. I do think we're going to put Montgomery in green. Move them with DeKalb. Yeah, we'll keep the rest to go south. Don't need to take any rations or any powder. I don't think, honestly, we need to take any money either. We need to save the money in case Duportail comes without a cannon. Now with these guys, we're going to funnel in to Philadelphia because then they can help Monmouth or they can help Susquehanna, whichever one we need to. I wish we could take Pulaski with us as well. Take everything we can. Oh, not everything. Take all that money. We've got lots of money here. That's going to help us. Once we clear these two out, we're going to be able to rebuild without having to reform too much. Ooh, what do we have here? Okay. They're wanting to go after Baltimore. Newcastle is. Now, the problem is we send these guys, they're going to get themselves beat up. I just know it. We're going to send them anyways. Hopefully this works and we don't lose anybody. Oh, we did win it. Okay, good news. That is great. Now, one thing, though, is I am interested to see what we lost. Because sometimes they get the stupidest casualties. You see, Kosciuszko lost men. That should never happen. But we have the money to draft. We have the money to equip them. So we should be okay. And Trenton is on our sights next. Now here with Richmond, I would really like to go take a shot at him. But he's not quite trained well enough. And I want to recruit some of these units. Because as long as we have that unit there, that makes there's at least a little bit of a threat, and we'll keep those Virginia ones. Oh, here we go. Trenton is attacking Monmouth. That is interesting. We've got two that can send reinforcements, including Nathaniel Green, who is ready to get in there. And unfortunately, we have not been able to shift the cannon yet, so DeKalb cannot do it, but that's okay because we have Kosciuszko instead. So we'll be able to send plenty here, and we will not get Kosciuszko getting hurt. We will show them how to do this correctly. But I think it's more just mathematical stuff. So I wonder if Trenton... Now, we only left Knowlton behind in Monmouth, so they might just see somebody weak that they can go after. Or did they get reinforcements? They got reinforcements. They've got D'Albont, who doesn't have a cannon. Ewald. Tubacine. St. Ledger, luckily he's not trained. They do have weapons, though. Again, they come at us with people who are not trained. Now, the problem with this one is... Oh, no, we still have plenty of food and everything. There is no problem. We're going to get him over here so he can go ambush people. They don't have... Oh, beautiful. Kosciuszko can just start bombarding them right off the bat. If they stay over near the coast at all. We should be able to get at least one. And I think I'm going to target the cavalry just because of their ability to charge. That worries me more than anything. Oh! Tubasing's been mortally wounded. He's out of the game. Kosciuszko, that was an amazing shot. Well done. Well done, sir. Well done. We're going to move to those trees. Use the ambushing to our advantage. Sucker these guys in. Thompson can cross over by boat. I forgot about that. I don't want to put him out there on the river where he can get attacked right away, though. Oh, that was a huge blow to them to take out one of their cavalry units in one shot like that. Now we don't have to worry about do we capture him or not. Because we don't need to. I wish Knowlton had a few more movement points, but he's going to be able to get into that forest over there by the shallows. We'll put Thompson here. Don't need him right off the bat. Von Steuben's here. Charles Lee. Glover's ready to go. Yeah, we've got a great force. And this is showing us what they have in Trenton, which is one less cavalry officer. We know that much. Knowlton's going to slip right in there. It's going to be nighttime when they get to him. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to go ahead and move Thompson up on that hillside next to Green, because that dynamic duo needs to be seen. Wayne, you are going to slow us down. And here is a nighttime ambush. Beautiful. More of that, please. Move Wayne out. We're going to get Kosciuszko up here going. I'm excited to get Nathaniel Green into this fight. He's my favorite one. Favorite character. I know I've mentioned it before, but Washington's General is a book that I read years ago about him. It's fantastic. I let one of my students borrow it. Love Nathaniel Green. A Quaker from Rhode Island. Turned man who stifled Cornwallis and saved the American Revolution in the South. Let's see what we can get. And here comes another ambush. Beautiful. 105 that time. It's rare you see more on a second ambush like that. So let's start blasting away. Mr. Green, welcome to the war. Yes. Him and Thompson side by side. Then let's let Knowlton at night get in another shot. Excellent. He's gone. We got Kosciuszko moving up here, ready to get into the action as well. Oh, wow. They are so far away. They can't get over the hills. Now they finally do. But we have the ability to get set up for another ambush to do this. Just move out, move back in. Kosciuszko is going to be able to get up there to bombard as well. Couldn't ask for a better setup. Now we're moving Glover around to help extend our flank up there onto the hills. Make sure they don't get too much on Green. We don't even need these guys. I hope they build. I think they're trying to build a bridge with Albany, and I hope they do. We'll be ready for him. 102. Now he's coming after Green on a hillside. And 108. Well, beautiful. They are going to try to build a bridge. They're welcome to try. Devastating cannon fire. Let's get Thompson to go here. Green, go ahead and knock this guy out of the battle. as requested. Let's get Wayne up here so he can move on to the hillside too in case D'Albont really does build a bridge. Barry St. Ledger, he's a good one. Would have been nice to get him. 101 because he attacked at night. Fortunately, we cannot bombard at the moment. Knowlton's... Oh, I forgot to attack, though. No reason to, though, at night. Let Knowlton just do the job. Oh, they did build a bridge. What fool. Let's just wait for them to move on to the plains and we will crush them there. There we go. One more from Knowlton should do the job. With the flanking support. We can put green to attack over here. Excellent. And this means Trenton's not going to have anything left to defend with either. And we know that, so we don't have to worry about guessing if we're right or not. Come on, D'Albont, move over. He's not doing it. You know, I'm starting to wonder if the question is on this play now, are we going to be able to win? How quickly can we win our independence? Can we win in 1776? That I don't know about. 1777, we definitely need to aim for that. If we can hold that northern line, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, even though they're going to have lots of men in the north. Oh, they're trying to be sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. I don't think so, sir. Nice try, though. There we go. They've been effectively eliminated. And we're going to get another ambush in for Knowlton. And then we'll be able to swing around and close the trap on this guy. Oh, we're going to get another ambush because we're going to be able to move back to the old trees. And for some reason, D'Albont thinks it's a smart move to stay and fight. Move back. And, oh, actually, let's see if we can eliminate him. We did not. We captured him all the way over there. Ewald's gone. And then the guy right by us gets away. That doesn't make any sense, but it's okay. Neither one of those guys are guys on our agenda to keep. All right, let's see who our option is. It is Alan Jones, who is not worth keeping. So we will release him. We have to release all the others, unfortunately. Well, actually, that was just Ewald. That's right. Everybody was getting away. So it gets us some money. They are weakened. But before we attack them, it's been long enough, so we're going to have to wrap this episode up here. I want to thank you all, as always, for joining me. It's a real blast revisiting this one, and I do think this is turning into a how quickly can we win, even with the handicaps. Now, if I could unleash DeKalb and Kosciuszko and Knox and Willett and Duportail all at full strength, we could try to make a run at winning this in 1776. So if you're there, let me know what you think. Do we make the push and just say scrap the house rules to see if we can win it in 76 now, or do we still keep those? Because, again, there's going to be a lot of British officers that are going to be piled up in some places, and we have yet to knock out Clinton and Howe and Cornwallis and Carleton, those big behemoths up in the north. They're training, and they're getting stronger and stronger every time. So a lot could happen. They could swing down into the south. We don't know. But let me know what you think, if we should try that or not. And with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me again, and we will see you on the next episode. Until then, take care, and as always, have yourselves an amazing day.